In January 2020, Denorris Howell was strangled in his cell during a gang war in Parchman prison. The coroner ruled his death a homicide and said his cellmate acted in self-defense. 5 years later, Howell's mother has never been told by authorities what actually happened to her son. My colleague Jerry Mitchell, alongside the Marshall Project, revealed text messages and cell phone footage from inside the prison that raised questions about Howell's death. A former deputy warden of Parchman says he knows of several cases where correctional officers enabled violence against those behind bars. One message from an individual inside the prison said at least one guard was, quote, giving inmates keys and turning the lights out in the unit where the attack took place. A screen grab from a video inside the prison shows a cell in darkness while the rest of the unit is lit. And a Facebook message said officers were letting men out of their cells to walk freely through Unit 29, reserved for people convicted of the most violent crimes with no correctional officers in sight. Howell's mother, Janice Wilkins, said she spoke to her son the night before his death. She says he feared for his life. Previous reporting by the Mississippi Center for Investigative Reporting and Mississippi Today cited gang violence in Parchman Prison as the result of years of state neglect. The state slashed millions of dollars in funding and allowed conditions inside the prison to deteriorate in the years after federal courts ended their oversight. Now, this investigation points to a concerning pattern from the state. Howell's death makes him one of 42 homicide victims in Mississippi prisons in the last decade. Of those 42 homicides, only a third of the cases were referred to prosecutors, and only 6 led to convictions. MDOC has been criticized for not doing more to investigate and prosecute violent crimes against people in prisons, with the ACLU calling the number of prosecutions, quote, inconceivably low. But after this investigation, MDOC Commissioner Burl Cain has said they will revisit all homicides since 2015. 5 years after Howell's death, no one has been charged in his killing, and his family is still seeking answers and justice. You can read our full investigation in collaboration with the Marshall Project at MississippiToday.org.